Hello everyone, so welcome to my session 4. So I would like to start this session with a quick question. How many of you, um, so many times, how many of your seniors would ask you something? Can you cover my shift? Can you stay late to help with this? Can you present this extra case? And you have to forcibly say yes to the situation when you don't want to be. And similarly happens in your family time also. Why didn't you come to the family function? When are you going to make time for us? And we don't have any answer even though we don't have time. And did you remember that LLRM case when a doctor was said unprofessional because he was just sleeping after the long hectic duty hours? Similarly, when we just say no to the situation sometimes because we want to maintain our boundary, we would sometimes call professional, we feel like we are selfish, this is risky to our career, and like we are letting someone down. So in this session, we will learn 3 techniques, that is how to set boundaries assertively, how to maintain those boundaries, and how to build sustainable work-life integration. So here I am Dr. Suraksha, I am hypothetical. In this session, Dr. Suraksha will teach you how to maintain your boundaries while being assertive, without being rude. So system expects you to be boundaryless, and that expectation is making you active. You are systematically taught to ignore your own needs as a doctor. You have to skip your meals. Because of the long duty hours, you have to stand up late in the OT, and you could not able to pee. And because of the night shifts, you could not able to take proper sleep. You have to avoid all the family functions, and it is the duty of a doctor to be available all the time. So if we will say no to anything, we sometimes feel this isn't dedication, this is boundary erosion, and it is wrapped in noble language that patient care is a priority. We sacrifice for the greater good. This is what it means to be a doctor. But seriously, here what they don't tell you, a doctor without boundaries eventually become a doctor who can't function. That helps no one. So there are 3 boundary violations which residents usually face. That is professional boundary violations, when your senior would command you or expect you to do something without even maintaining the boundaries. Personal boundary violation, families expecting you to prioritize every social event, partners demanding time, your own perfectionism demanding you excel at everything simultaneously. And third is the internal boundary violation. Even if you are sick, you should attend your duty, you should be available off duty as well, and you could not able to maintain your self-care. So suppose consider healthy boundaries as a immune system. Okay, so बाउंड्री का अगर इरोजन हो रहा है तो इम्यूनो कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो रहा है. हर चीज क्राइसिस चला जाएगा अगर इम्यून सिस्टम कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाएगा, और यू आर वल्नरेबल टू एवरी डिमांड. So you cannot distinguish between reasonable request and exploitation. And chronic boundary violation lead to resentment and burnout. So here we will learn that healthy boundaries are not selfishness, or is healthy boundary does not mean that you are not a good doctor. Healthy boundaries is equal to healthy immune system. And the solution isn't selfish. The solution is strategic boundary setting with interpersonal effectiveness. So there are 3 goals in any interpersonal interaction. First is the objective, in which we will use a tool dear man. In this objective, we will learn get what you want, need. Get them to say yes or say no yourself. Second, relationship. How to maintain or improve the relationship without burning the bridges. Here the tool is give. And third is self-respect. Maintain your self-respect. That is feel good about how you handled it. Tool is fast. So first we will learn about dear man. Suppose one of your senior ask you, just command you, not even ask you, to do something. So you feel like, oh my god, no, someone sedate me please, but you could not able to say anything. So what you have to do, you have to use dear man. How to use dear man? First describe. Sir, for the past 3 weeks, you have asked me to stay 2 to 3 hours beyond my scheduled duty to help with discharge summaries. You are describing your situation. Then E is express. I want to help the team and I value learning from you. However, I'm finding it difficult to manage my exam preparation and rest. You see what I had written here. I actually acknowledge them also that मैं आपकी टीम में हेल्प करना चाहता हूँ और मैं आपसे सीखना भी चाहता हूँ, पर मुझसे मैनेज नहीं हो पा रहा है। देन वो बोलेंगे कि मैनेज तो करना ही पड़ेगा, हम भी ऐसे ही करते थे। तो यू विल बी असर्टिंग, यू विल गो फॉरवर्ड एंड स्टिक टू योर शेड्यूल ड्यूटी आवर्स अनलेस देर इज अ जेन्युइन emergency. Then again they would be like no. Then you again reinforce. You will say things which is actually useful to you, and they will also think like yes, it is useful to them. This will help me perform better during my scheduled hours and more effective when I'm here. So here you are reinforcing your statement. Then be mindful. Say I understand. They will say कि और सब लोग भी तो कर रहे हैं, तुम्हें भी करना है, तो तुम माइंडफुल होके बोलो मुझे पता है, I understand others make different choices, I am communicating what I need to function sustainably. You are being mindful here. Then and whenever you are conversing about these situations, you should be appear confident, you should maintain an eye contact, your voice should be steady and upright posture should be there. You should not feel like fearful. Then again they would like no. Then you again negotiate. I can dedicate 30 minutes during my scheduled duty for discharge summary. Would that work? You see now how I describe this situation. First I describe, then I express, then I assert, then I reinforce. And in all this situation, in all this scenario, I should look appear confident. और उसके बाद भी अगर वो नहीं मानते तो negotiate करने की कोशिश करो. जैसे हम bargain करते हैं ना कि मैं 30 मिनट्स डेडिकेट कर सकता हूँ इसके लिए, क्या ये काम करेगा? कभी ना कभी तो एटलीस्ट, if no, I am not saying कि everyone would consider this, but most of the time, is some of the time, your senior or a teacher would actually consider this. So many times it would be like your co-PGs would ask you, you want to cover my shift this weekend? And you will be like, okay, I can. But in the back of your mind you want to like no, I will not want to do a double shift. So in this situation what you have to do, you have to use dear man. Describe, you have asked me to cover your shift this Saturday, I have already covered for you twice this month. आपने अपनी प्रॉब्लम उनको बताया, फिर आपने एक्सप्रेस किया कि मैं आपको सपोर्ट करना चाहता हूँ, आपने फिर से एक्नॉलेज किया यहाँ पे भी, पर मेरे प्लान्स हैं मेरी फैमिली के लिए इस वीकेंड एंड फर्स्ट टाइम आई विल सी देम इन 4 months. Then again they will be like no, please kar do. Then be assert, I'm not able to cover this shift, I need this time for my family. You're being assertive, you're being truthful, and you are being I'm saying now, being assertively you are saying no to yourself and saying yes to the situation. Means मतलब आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप उस सिचुएशन में अपने आप को बोल रहे हो कि नहीं मुझे ये नहीं करना, ठीक है. Then reinforce, maintaining my family relationships helps me be a better colleague when I'm here. Then be mindful about it. अगर वो बोलें, if they say you are leaving me hanging, then you will say I am not able to cover your shift, have you tried asking others? And in all this situation here also you have to appear confident, warm but firm, no excessive apologizing note here. Negotiate. Then negotiate and say I cannot do this Saturday, but I'm happy to cover a future weekday with 48 hours notice. Okay, so you see now what I have done in this situation. You are being assertive and you maintain your boundaries while being assertive. Okay, suppose second tool I have told you, give, that is keeping your relationship healthy while being assertive. So in give, what you have to do, you have to be gentle, you have to be kind, not attacking, avoid threats, sarcasm, judgment. And in this situation you say that I need to protect my study time, not you are exploiting residents. Suppose one of your senior would be like कि नहीं आप नहीं कर रहे हो, आप मेरी बातों को मना कर रहे हो, तो you will say कि I need to protect my study time, not मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा कि आप residents को exploit कर रहे हो. You would don't attack, मतलब attacking language में नहीं बोलना है, ठीक है. I is interesting, उनका पर्सपेक्टिव पे भी इंटरेस्ट शो करो, ठीक है. V is validate, उनकी पर्सपेक्टिव और फीलिंग को भी वैलिडेट करो. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप एग्री कर रहे हो, बस वैलिडेट करना है. एंड E is easy मैनर, स्माइल भी करो लेकिन तभी जब अप्रोप्रिएट हो. डिफेंसिव जब भी आप कम्युनिकेट करो, डिफेंसिव और एग्री मत करो इस सिचुएशन में. सो इन दिस सिचुएशन ऑल्सो यू आर कीपिंग योर रिलेशनशिप हेल्दी while being assertive. Third one is maintaining the relationship, maintaining your values during the interaction. In this we have given a tool that is fast. So fast में क्या करना है, F is fair. Fair is be fair to yourself and the other person. In fair, suppose you want to say, I need my off day respected unless genuine emergency. Then note in the situation, most of the people, what they used to do, they excessively apologize. So don't apologize for having needs. I'm so sorry, I feel terrible. Don't say this. Instead, I need to leave on time tonight. Suppose simple, you have to just say to your what you want to do and stick to your values. Don't abandon your principles for approval. Even when pressurized, maintain your core values. And T is truthful. Be honest. Don't exaggerate or lie. Suppose don't say this, I am sick, when you just need rest. Instead say, I need this time for my recovery. So are maintaining your value during the rest interaction with the help of work-life balance during residency is actually largely a myth. But you can achieve work-life integration in your professional life, in your physical, in your relationship, and in your personal life as well. Personal life में. So अगर if I set boundaries, अगर मैं बाउंड्रीज सेट कर रही हूँ तो कभी कभी हमारे माइंड में थॉट आता है, आई एम अ बैड रेसिडेंट पार्टनर और चाइल्ड, everyone else manages without boundaries, am I being selfish? These doubts obviously come into your mind. ऐसा नहीं है. जब भी आप अपनी बाउंड्रीज सेट करते हैं तो आप अपने आप को ज़्यादा सस्टेनेबल रेसिडेंट पार्टनर और चाइल्ड बनाते हैं. आई नीड टू मेक चॉइसेस बेस्ड ऑन माई कैपेसिटीज, नॉट कंपैरिजन. हर किसी की अपनी कैपेसिटीज होती है, कंपैरिजन नहीं करना है. ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन हैज देयर ओन कैपेसिटी. सो इफ यू आर सेइंग नो और इफ यू आर बीइंग असर्टिव टू समथिंग or a situation, you are making choices based on your capacity, which is actually making you healthy in other relationships, and you are protecting your capacity to show up long term, not for the short term period. So suppose your senior would say, this is just how residency is. Your response would be, I respect that it is the culture. I am working to create sustainable practice for myself within that culture. Okay, so you respectfully are putting your point. कि I respect that this is the culture. मुझे पता है कि since long time ऐसे ही चल रहा है, पर मैं भी यहाँ पे एक सस्टेनेबल प्रैक्टिस क्रिएट करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ जिससे लॉन्ग टर्म में भी मैं आपके लिए यूजफुल रह पाऊँ. Second, you have to learn. You are not a team player. Okay. So response would be, I am committed to the team during my scheduled hours. I am asking for reasonable boundaries so I can be effective when I'm. So many of people would say to you कि आप कोई टीम प्लेयर नहीं है कि आप थोड़े टाइम के लिए आए, आपका ड्यूटी आवर खत्म हो गया, आप चले गए. तो व्हाट वुड बी योर रिस्पॉन्स कि मैं यहाँ कुछ अपनी ड्यूटी आवर्स के लिए कमिटेड हूँ. आई एम आस्किंग फॉर रीजनेबल बाउंड्री. मैं आज जो आपसे हेल्प मांग रहा हूँ, मैं एक रीजनेबल बाउंड्रीज के लिए हेल्प मांग रहा हूँ जिससे मैं भी इफेक्टिव हो पाऊँ जब मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. Then they will be like, we all sacrifice in medicine. So your response will be, I believe in dedication to patient. I also believe in sustainable practice. These aren't mutually exclusive. Okay, so stick to your values. So in this whole session, it is actually to learn you about you being stubborn, but being stubborn, you are maintaining your boundaries. And there is a mnemonic, which is very simplified mnemonic, do not jade. Whenever you are in a situation where you have to maintain your boundary, do not justify, do not argue, do not defend, and do not explain endlessly. So the take home message is, अपनी boundaries को maintain करना while being assertive. We have told you, dear man, we have give you a DBT skill, that is give for relationship. We have told you fast how to maintain, and we have give you jade. Thank you. I wish you like all my 4 sessions, and in future I would like to give you short-term reel videos which will be helpful to you. Thank you very much.